Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Arunodayam's Biology. Today we are going to learn about hormones in animals topic from control and coordination chapter. Hormones in animals. So in our previous video we have seen how the chemical substances, that means hormones, play an important role in plants to bring control and coordination in them. Isn't it? We have seen in case of plants hormones are present along with nerve impulse, along with electrical impulse, sorry, not nerve impulse, along with some electrical impulse. Chemical impulses are also produced through hormones, and these hormones bring actions in them, and we have seen those phytohormones and actions also. Now we are going to learn about the role of hormones in case of animals. Okay, first, what is meant by a hormone? Hormones are the chemical substances that act like messengers in the body. Hormones are the chemical substances. Chemical substances, these are produced by some glands called as endocrine glands. Okay, these hormones are produced from some endocrine glands, and these hormones acts like messengers in our body. They will carry information in the form of chemical impulse. Actually, in our body, nervous tissue is present. Information is passed in the form of electrical impulse through nerve cells, isn't it? But here, the hormones, what they will do is they will carry the messages. That means they will carry the information in the form of chemical impulse. Chemical impulse, that too throughout the body. Not only to some cells, it will carry that information to any cell present in the body. It can carry that information to throughout the body. Okay. Actually, what are these endocrine glands? Actually, our body has two types of glands. Glands means any a group of cells which will secrete some substance is called a gland. Okay. So here in our body we have two types of glands: endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are the glands which have ducts to release their hormones to a particular organ. Okay, they have ducts. Ducts means tubes. So they can release their hormones directly to the organ which has to show action. For example, liver. Liver is an example of a exocrine gland. Why? Because it has a duct called bile duct. Did you remember? We have studied about it in nutrition topic, isn't it? So the liver, it produces bile juice actually. So it is released into duodenum through the bile duct, isn't it? So those glands which have ducts to release their hormones to the target organs are called exocrine glands. Here these second type of glands are called endocrine glands, which do not have ducts. They do not have tubes. That's why they are also called as ductless glands. Okay, so how can they release their hormones to the target organ? They will release their hormones directly into blood, because bloodstream is the fluid. Bloodstream is the only medium which can circulate throughout the body, which can touch each and every cell in our body, isn't it? Which can communicate with each and every cell in our body. That's why these endocrine glands, as they do not have ducts, they will release their secretions, that means hormones, directly into blood. And through this blood, the hormones will go to the target organ, that means the organ which has to show action. Okay. Let us learn about hormones in detail. Here one situation was given. When we face any scary situation, we human beings or any other animal, here one example was given, a squirrel. If a squirrel face a scary situation, what it will do? It will have two options. Either it has to fight that scary situation, or it has to flight away from that scary situation. Fight against means it has to show its courage to face that scary situation. Flight away means run away. Run away. That means it will show cowardness. It will fly away. That means it will run away from that situations in order to escape danger. Okay, so if we face any scary situation, we have two options: either to fight against it or to flight away from it. Both of these actions are different in nature, isn't it? Both are different in nature, but both of them need a lot of energy. For performing either of these actions, our body needs a lot of energy. So during scary situations, our body produces a hormone called as adrenaline hormone. Actually, during scary situations, that means during reflex actions, our nervous system actually works, isn't it? So when we see a snake coming to us, so what we will do, it's a reflex action. We will immediately run away from that situation. Or if we have courage, we will try to kill it, divert it, isn't it? So our nervous system works here in this scary situation. Our nervous system will receive information in the form of electrical impulse, and we will show action actually here. So along with this nervous tissue, our hormonal control also takes place here. That means here some chemical substance is produced. So chemical information is passed into our body through chemical impulse also. That chemical impulse is nothing but adrenaline hormone. This adrenaline hormone is produced from a gland called adrenal gland. Adrenal glands are the two cap-like structures present on our kidneys. Okay, in our excretory system we have learnt about it. So on the two kidneys we have two cap-like structures called adrenal glands, and these glands produces a hormone called adrenaline hormone in scary situations. So what happens after the release of this hormone? Let us see. This adrenaline hormone, after releasing into blood, it will show its action on so many target organs. It will target so many organs in our body. Especially it will act on heart. It targets heart. It increases heartbeat. So because of that, more oxygen will be supplied to our muscles to gain energy. So we all know that oxygen supplied to the muscle cells results in cellular respiration, isn't it? If more oxygen is supplied to the cells, cellular respiration takes place, more amount of food will be oxidized and more amount of energy is released to face that situation. Okay, and the second one is the blood circulation to digestive system and skin is reduced and it is diverted to our skeletal muscles. Actually our digestive system and skin needs a more amount of blood circulation. Okay, so during those adverse situations, during those scary situations, the blood circulation to these two organs is reduced and it is diverted more to our skeletal muscles. Why? Because during that scary situation we have to use our skeletal muscles, isn't it? Either to fight against it or to fight or to run away from that situation. We have to use our skeletal muscles, we have to use our hands and legs. That's why they need more amount of energy, so blood circulation will be more to our skeletal muscles. And next, breathing rate increases. So breathing rate increases, so we will inspire more amount of oxygen into our lungs. As the heartbeat increases, that oxygen will be supplied to the cells to produce energy to deal that situation. So whatever it may be, this adrenaline hormone gives so many changes in our body. Of course, this hormone also results in producing goosebumps to us. Because of this release of adrenaline hormone, our BP increases, our sugar level increases, and our pupil, which is present in our eyes, dilates. So all these changes takes place. All of them result in producing energy in our body and to deal the situation. That's why this adrenaline hormone is called as fight or flight hormone. Let us learn some important hormones present in our body and their functions. So these are some important types of hormones produced in our body, and we are going to discuss about from which gland they are producing and their functions also. Okay, first hormone is a growth hormone. The name itself is saying that this hormone is involved in a growth of an individual. Okay, so we will grow up to certain age, isn't it? Our body muscles will grow up to certain stage, up to certain age. So during that age, this growth hormone is useful for growth of our organs. This growth hormone will be released from pituitary gland. Deficiency of this hormone causes a condition called as dwarfism. Dwarfism means the people suffering with dwarfism will have less height than that of required. Okay, next, if this hormone is produced in larger amounts than that of required amount, then the people will have the people will be more taller than usual. That condition is called as a gigantism. So deficiency leads to dwarfism. More production of growth hormone results in gigantism. Okay, that is about a growth hormone releasing by pituitary gland. Next hormone is thyroxine hormone. Thyroxine hormone, which is produced from thyroid gland present in our neck. Okay, it is present in our neck, this gland, and this produces a hormone called as thyroxine hormone. So usually you will observe on salt packets, iodized salt are enriched with salt, isn't it? That means that salt is enriched with iodine. Iodine is useful for the synthesis of thyroxine from thyroid gland. Okay, and this hormone is useful for regulating the metabolism of body growth. It overall regulates the metabolism of some substances like carbohydrates, proteins, fats. So whatever we are taking through food, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, metabolism takes place with the help of this thyroxine hormone. Okay, deficiency of this thyroxine hormone causes a goiter, a disease which have a symptom called swelling of neck. Okay, thyroid gland is present in our neck only, no? That's why deficiency of this hormone causes a disease called goiter, and it is it causes a swelling of our neck. Next hormone is insulin hormone. Insulin hormone. So usually doctors suggest our family members to take less sugar at certain age. After certain age, we are advised to take less amount of sugar because of the risk of diabetes. So maybe you have heard about this word diabetes, that means sugar. So insulin is a hormone which is produced from pancreas. Insulin is produced from pancreas. This is a leaf like gland which is present near our liver in digestive system, isn't it? So insulin is produced from pancreas, and this insulin is useful to regulate the blood sugar level. So we will take food materials now, the sugars which are present in those food materials will enter into blood actually. So whenever the sugars enters into blood, the pancreas releases this insulin hormone. This insulin hormone will digest those sugars and decreases the level of those sugars in the blood actually. But if the person is suffering from diabetes, then their body has a less amount of insulin. Pancreas in those patients will release a less amount of insulin actually. So amount of sugars which are present in the blood will not be uh, decreased because of the action of insulin. Actually less amount of insulin is present, no? That's why that insulin is not enough to digest sugars which are present in the blood. That's why sugar level increases in the blood, and that condition is called as a diabetes. Next hormone is a testosterone. Testosterone is a hormone, male sex hormone produced from testes in case of males. So males have a testes as reproductive organs at the age of 10 to 12. That means puberty is adolescent age. Their reproductive organs matures and produces some sexual characters. So in case of males, testosterone results in the uh, production of some characters like growth of hair on the face, like beard, mustache, like that. So hair produces on the face, and muscular development takes place, voice also deepens. So production of sperms, etc., takes place, everything related to reproduction. Okay, next progesterone and estrogen. These are the two hormones produced from ovaries, which are female reproductive organs. So in case of females also, at the age of 10 to 12, after reaching the adolescent age, their reproductive organs matures. So they are useful for development of female sex organs. So breast size increases, uterus becomes ready for pregnancy. So like that, everything which is related to reproduction, pelvic muscle enlarges. So like that, feminine characters attains because of the presence of this estrogen, and this progesterone hormone is used in pregnancy time. Okay, next adrenaline hormone. So already we have discussed about it. This is produced from adrenal gland which are present on kidneys, and the functions of this adrenaline hormone is to increase a heartbeat, is to increase blood sugar level, is to increase BP, dilation of our pupil. So this hormone is mainly called as fight or flight hormone, which is used in adverse situations. Okay, next releasing hormones. So these hormones are released by hypothalamus gland, and these hormones are useful for stimulating pituitary gland to produce a growth hormone. Okay, these hormones are released from a hypothalamus gland, and they are useful for stimulating pituitary gland to produce a growth hormone. Okay, so these are some of the hormones which were given in our textbook. So we have learnt about them. If you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. So with this topic, our second chapter is completed, control and coordination. Okay, so in this video we have learnt about how chemical substances like hormones bring actions in our body. So all these are actions only, all these are taking place with coordination of different organs in our body. So that is the chemical coordination taking place in case of animals. Okay, so our second chapter is completed with this topic. If you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. If you find this video as useful to you, please like this video and share this video to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Jai Hind.